Good evening, everyone. It's a cold day here in Massachusetts, and it's 1 week away from Thanksgiving, and my husband is craving those festive flavors. So he's asked me to make some gingerbread cookies. So I'm going to go ahead and make some, and I'm going to bring you along. Hi, I'm Karen, and this is Grandma's New England Kitchen. As you can see, I already have everything pretty much set out. I already did mill my grains, so this is a soft white wheat. If you're not able to, please feel free to just go ahead and use an all-purpose flour. To my flour, this is 269 grams of flour. I'm going to add 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda. And then 1 tablespoon of ground ginger. And what I did with my ginger, it's the same that I did with my carrot cake. When I go to the store and I buy fresh ginger, I just peel it and dehydrate it. And when something calls for ground ginger, I grind it up at that time. That way there's more flavor to it. The aroma is stronger. So that is what is in here. I just do it in my Vitamix. So this is going to be 1 tablespoon of the ground ginger. We'll go down in there. That wasn't quite a tablespoon. There we go. And then on the cardamom, it's going to take 1 teaspoon of cardamom. And what I did, I have cardamom pods, and I just went ahead and broke apart all the pods, got the seeds out, and then, God, this is heavy, just went ahead and ground them in my mortar and my pestle. So for the cardamom, it's 1/2 teaspoon. So let me get that out of here. And when you're grinding up cardamom, it's got this lemony floral. I know I'm not able to get all this, so that's about 1/2 teaspoon. There we go. It has a very lemony floral smell, and it's so much different than buying it in the jar when you do it this way. Then this is 1/2 teaspoon of ground clove. Go down in there. And then this is 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And then nutmeg. Again, I will fresh grind it. It's only about 1/8 teaspoon. And sorry for that beep. It's my little oven. So there we go for all of the spices. Now I'll just make sure I mix this up really well and get it all mixed together. And like I said, for milling my own grains, this is a soft white wheat. When it comes to milling your grains, whether you're going with hard or white wheats, the rule of thumb is if it's like a pastry, a cake, cookies, you will use a soft white wheat. Your breads, you're going to use a hard white wheat because you want more of the gluten structure. Okay, so I'm going to move the camera over to the mixer and we'll get to the rest of this stuff. Okay, so now in the stand mixer, what I'm going to do is put in 7 ounces of dark brown sugar. It's been sitting out for a little bit. And this is, the next thing is 5 ounces of room temperature butter. And we'll get that down into the stand mixer. And we'll start creaming this together. It's not that happy. There we go. So the next thing that I'm going to add to this is 3 ounces of molasses. And the next thing will be 1 egg. And this is 2 teaspoons of fresh ginger. This has 3 different forms of ginger in it. There's the powder that I did, the dry ginger, the fresh ginger, and then we're also going to add candied ginger to this. And that's going to be the next thing we add in is the candied ginger. So I just dice it up into little tiny pieces. So I'm going to go ahead and scrape the sides down here. It is starting to get nice and fluffy. Make sure I got everything up off the bottom. And mix this up just a little bit more, and then we'll start adding the flour and spice mixture. Okay, so here's where we're going to start. We're going to add the flour. You do not want to overwork your flour in here. Camera. This does smell like the holidays. Okay, so let's get this all mixed together. Just slowly until it comes together. And that's about it. We can do the rest by hand if we need to. But you do not want to overwork the gluten in this. It is a soft white. Probably not going to do that too much, but just to be on the safe side. Don't overwork your dough. And let me set up and we'll roll out these cookies. Okay, so what we're going to do now is just get the cookie dough out onto the parchment paper and get them baked. This is not a dough that you have to put in the refrigerator or anything like that. So with clean hands, and I use a scoop, and I can really only fit 6 on this tray. once you get the 6 out, then what you want to do is roll them. And this right here is a coarse sugar. So roll them around in the sugar. And just flatten them ever so slightly. Okay. Sorry if you hear this little oven over here. I decided to move. It's like a little toaster oven. It does everything. It bakes it, air fries it. It's actually a nice little oven into here. So on small things like this, I can go ahead and put them in the stove here. Okay, so here's 6 of them. They are going into a preheated 350-degree oven for about 8 to 12 minutes. So let's go ahead and get that in. So this is the little oven that I'm talking about. Got this a while back when our stove died, and we got this while we were waiting for our regular stove to show up. But I like it. It has little double doors on it, and it works really well. So I'll bring you back in about 8 minutes when the cookies are ready to come out. Okay, so it is time to take these cookies out. It smells fantastic. So I was thinking about this while they were in the oven. I have not made these cookies in 15 years. It's a recipe that I did a long time ago, and oh wow, they smell good. It's not a Gingersnap cookie that is hard by any means. It is a softer cookie, but it really has a nice, strong ginger flavor. Not overpowering by any means. You still get the clove and the nutmeg. You still get all of the fantastic flavors in this, but they are so good. I'm going to let these cool for a little bit and then take them off and put them on the cooling rack and then get the next batch in. But as you can see, they are going to be a softer cookie. Okay, so all of the cookies are done. Well, pretty much. I have 2 cookies left in the oven. But here's some. And they are really and truly fantastic. Let me show you. These are not a hard cookie at all. They are nice and soft. They have a lot of ginger flavor. And it really has been a few years since I've made these, and I should have been making them more often. They are fantastic. I hope you try them. Bella's sitting here right beside me, wanting one, but hopefully you try them, and if you do, let me know how you like them. Please hit like and subscribe and hit the little bell notification, and I'll be back with some more videos. Have a good evening.